So hello everyone, this is a new video. In this video, let me explain everything to you in detail. How to use our terminal for the field market, which includes a bunch of different features and sections. Let's take a look and go through everything in detail using an example. How to create a wallet, how to fund it, how to withdraw money, how to make trades, how to place limit orders, market orders, how to set take profits and stop losses, how to trade with one click, scalping, spread trading, and so on. All our main sections for market analysis, wallets, and so forth. Let's get started. So here is the main screen of our terminal. Here you see the menu with all the categories, subcategories, and so on. Everything is pretty straightforward here. Click on a specific category, and the markets in that category will open up. Search is available by keywords as well as filters. But I think everything here is quite simple, so I won't dwell on it for long. You'll figure it out yourself. Next, we click on a specific market, and here it opens up on half the screen. If you need to see it in full screen, just click again, and it will expand to the whole screen as needed. By simply clicking on these small directional arrows right here, you can easily collapse this entire functional block that contains all of the current market information. Now our specific market is expanded to full screen. What do we see here? We see a block with a chart, a block for placing orders, two blocks. There are also price ladders, a ladder in a separate window, and a central block with outcomes. So let's pick a market with many outcomes so it's more visible. If it's collapsed, then we have the Outcomes tab. These are our outcomes. When we click on a specific outcome, the chart updates to show the current chart for that outcome, and the price ladders for that outcome are loaded as well. If we have a binary market, there is only one outcome, and it only has two options. So, accordingly, we won't have an outcomes block. There will just be two price ladders. Next, let me go ahead and open up something where the price ladder is significantly more active. Let's pick something really lively. Let's open up a fast-moving sports market right now to see it in action. A topic with more volume. Oh, this one has already ended. Well, let's say, for example, if we look at the markets, for the games markets and sports and so on, then here, accordingly, there are different outcomes. Basically, everything is the same as on the Polymarket, just more convenient. So here we see all the price ladders moving. Everything is being updated in real time as expected. Placing orders is very simple, just like on Polymarket. Here you have buy or sell orders, market or limit orders. Well, we'll talk about that a bit later. This feature is available, so there are two outcomes, Texas or Minnesota. We select the outcome we need, choose either a limit or market order. Here we see how much we currently have available for trading, and the minimum order is immediately set to 5. Again, it's actually $4.50, but we'll take $5. We click place order, and as you can see, it immediately highlights here 583 milliseconds. So the most important thing is the speed of order placement. On Polymarket, this will be noticeably slower. The speed is ensured by many different factors. This includes the code, the geographical location of the servers, and so on. In general, half a second, 583 milliseconds, and the order is executed. Next. After the order is executed, a Position Orders tab appears. We click on it. Here we have one active position, Texas market, the outcome that we bought, right? We bought 5 shares at a price of 91. We spent 549 and now we already have. And 105.49. That will be if the resolve is 1. Right now, our actual value is 519. Well, that's clear. The panel, the percentage panel, what else can you do next? With this active position, you can do the following. You can immediately click sell to sell and close the position at the market price. Next, you can set take profit and stop loss. Let's see how to do that right now, immediately after the order book opens. Here we can see, by the way, this is according to the order book. Yes, we can also click on these 2 buttons, which simply collapses it. So both order books are combined into one, and it will switch like this if you don't need the chart. This is how you collapse it. So you have a large order book. You'll need a large order book for convenient trading directly within the book. I'll show that a bit later. So here in this order book, where we made a purchase, we now have a position of 5 at an average price of 91. You see the market is already closing, there's nothing more going up for you, so I won't have time to show it on this market. Let's take a look at another one now. I guess we should just let this one close completely already then. Let's go to some other market, buy something else so I can show everything there for a bit longer. Let's head over this way, yes. Let's go over to this spot. It's the same thing. Here are the active order books. Let's buy some outcome here. Well, for example, let's buy Terra with a limit order. Yes, we have a portfolio. Let's take a limit order. Here's our price, 26, 27, 27. Let's set it at 25. Let's buy for $5. Yes, that's what we'll do. The potential winnings, if it goes to 1, will be $20. You click place order. Again, the order was placed in 500 milliseconds. Here it has appeared for us. It didn't appear in active position since the position isn't open yet. It's just a limit order. But it appeared in active orders. One order was placed at 25 cents, 20 shares limit for $5. We spent everything on it, and as soon as this order at 25 is executed, someone will buy it from us, and it will disappear from here and appear over there in active position. Moreover, if we look at the chart and minimize it, we'll see a label has appeared. In the order book for this outcome, there is a port. Here we see a label. At this price, our limit order has appeared, and we can visually observe everything right now in real time. As soon as the order book dips down, it will capture this label. A message will appear here that the order has been executed and our position will open. I think this should happen pretty quickly right now. So that's what I just showed you. You can merge 2 order books into one or keep them as 2 separate ones. These are different outcomes. Each has its own order book and its own market. Everything is just like on Polymarket. The cards are different, but the account is shared and so on. So let's see, while our order is being executed here, what else can we look at? There's the order book tab, the position orders tab, and the holders tab. This includes all of the token holders starting from the very largest accounts and so on down the line. For each individual outcome, simply provide detailed information about the specific context of the current market and additional comments should there happen to be any available. Or you can certainly choose to provide your own personal observations right here. So, moving on. This button here, this is what it does. Yeah, you see, we were a bit unlucky. The market went the other way and our limit order didn't get filled. You can also cancel it right here with the button. Just click it and in a few seconds the limit order is cancelled. Let's place a new one. There it is again. It appeared in 595 milliseconds. It's already up here, here, and here, all at $30, 16.7 shares. We're waiting for execution. So where was I? This is our new icon button. This is what it does. This market adds favorites to your personal account. We'll come back to the personal account a bit later. Now the most important thing, these are two cool modes that aren't available on Polymarket and in fact are rare anywhere. I think that's all clear. We bought at market, bought with a limit order, sold. Right now, selling doesn't do anything because there is no position, neither on the market nor on limit orders, once a position appears. That's how it will be displayed. Once the purchase is made, the position will appear, it will open, and then you'll be able to sell. That's it, you see it jumped over here. That's it, buy field. A message appeared. We now have one position. The panel with the limit order has disappeared from the order book. The position has appeared. Here we have a position, ES4, 16.7 shares. That's it, let's open it. Now we need a little time here. It's loading, the average price. That's it, the price is loaded. 30 cents, 16.7 shares. Now that we have successfully secured all of our positions, we are finally in a good place where we can also start to sell. Let us just wait for a little while longer for the system to fully update. So now let's talk about how... By the way, and if you have a moment, by the way, you can carefully observe this specific position right here. On this orders tab, you only see either active positions or orders that you have directly in this market. But you can very quickly jump and see all your positions in your portfolio. There's a button like this on every market. We clicked on portfolio over there, and here your entire market opens up, all your assets. That is, your entire portfolio with all your positions, both closed and open. So look, here you have active positions. These are the ones currently active, and here are the positions that have already been closed. This is exactly the same as what you'll see in your personal account, but instead of jumping to your personal account every time, you can quickly access it here. You can also view your open orders here and so on. So remember this is ours. The tab only shows the positions and orders for this specific market, not for all the others. So now with that in mind, let's proceed to the next part. I'll explain in detail how to trade using scalp trading and spread trading. Let's start with scalp trading. Here we have this panel with buttons in each order book. Click the settings button and this window will open. Here we configure the scalp trading mode for the ES order book. On this outcome, on this market, there are two tabs, limits and marks. What does this mean? Scalp trading. This means that you will simply buy without this block here. Yes, you just click right here in the order book at the price and the purchase happens instantly. So you see the order book is moving, just click here, you buy. Then as soon as you see the price jump where you want, you click and sell. For this, there is a preliminary setup for what amount and at what values the buy and sell operations will be carried out. Here we look at the preliminary setup. First of all, how will we buy when we click in the order book? Will we buy at market or with limit orders? Let's look at the market option. We select market, meaning we buy at the market price. We will buy a fixed amount for a certain volume, $10, $20, $50. So let's say we will buy a fixed volume for $10. Or we can buy at a variable size. What does this mean? This means that when I click directly on the order book, if I leave it set to 10 like this, an automatic purchase for 10 will be made immediately. But if I do it like this, when I click on the order book, a mini menu just pops up where I can enter the amount. So with each click, I can directly change the amount. But if the order book is moving very quickly, it's better to use some fixed amount. Let me show you like this first. And it's the same when we sell. So once we have made our purchase, when we navigate over and click within the sell area, we are actually selling exactly 10%, not just of what we just bought, but of the total position volume that we currently hold in this market, for 20% or for 100%. Alternatively, the same small modal window interface will pop up, where I will manually input all the necessary information myself. Let's take a look at it together this way for a moment. That's it, and then you click Enable Skype. There you go, it is now successfully enabled. Yes, as you can clearly see, your order book is now highlighted with a distinctive blue screen and a vibrant blue border. Look right over here, they have finally appeared. When we specifically selected the market option here, yes, exactly when we chose market, these specific buy and sell buttons appeared right here on the interface for you to use. Because with the market order, we don't select a specific price here, we won't be clicking here, we just click these buy and sell buttons. Because with a market order, it means these closest prices, best bid and best ask. So if we buy at market, we will be buying at the best ask at this price. If we sell at market, we will be selling at the best bid. At this price, let me show you how it works at first with a market order. Here the order book is jumping. Yes, you're basically watching. You see how the price suddenly dives somewhere and you just click. We had variable size set in the settings for buy. I clicked and immediately it opened. This little menu where I enter the amount I want to buy for. That's it, the purchase went through. My position increased. As you saw here, my position was this much and now it has increased. So, by the way, once again, when we have an active position, there's a position here, just so you know, and this position is being built up. It's made up of many buys and sells, right? And to see that, you just click here and you'll see a modal window opens. The very first thing we bought was at 30 cents. We bought 16.66 shares for $5. And then here, 6.36 and then 6.42. That's just now. I bought these in scalping mode at market price, also at 0.30. And here at 0.56, the price was different too. Here's the fill, meaning the execution price was 0.56. We bought 8.93 for $5. So now we have a position of 25.59 shares for $10 up to 25.6 shares with an average price of 39.1. This position is already showing a good profit. Let's go ahead and sell it right now in the order book at market price. We also click sell. Here we specify the amount of shares we want to sell. That's because right here we have variable size selected. Let's switch it to fixed size and set it to 100%. That's it, don't ask us anymore. When I click sell everything, all at 100%. Done. Click. Sell. Everything is sold. Our entire position is sold. All our 25 and 60 shares are sold. That's it. The position is gone from here. Now we can view the history of this position, open my portfolio. It seems to have completely disappeared from the list of active files we were looking at, so let's go ahead and open up the Klaus folder instead to see what we have inside. And there it is, right where it should be. Just give me one quick second to get everything ready here. And here, this is the position. Yes, that's the one. You remember, right? A minute ago, it was showing at 0.30. We first bought at 5, then at 0.56 we bought another 5. You see, while we were experimenting here, the price dropped quickly, so we sold at a loss at 0.35. Our average was 0.39, and we sold at 0.35. This is the scalping mode. That's exactly why you need to visually observe, to see when the price suddenly goes up so you can sell, or when the price suddenly drops so you can buy, and so on. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Right now, I'm just showing you the mechanics themselves, and so on. But in general, yes, thanks to this mode, just as an experiment, literally about 20 minutes ago I tested it too. I bought for 20 just clicking in scalping mode. I bought for $20 at 0.19 and then later at 0.23. We sold at market price and so on. So that's what we have regarding market orders. Yes, in scalping mode with market orders, these are all its settings. I think everything is clear with market orders. We just click like this, buy, sell, without all these extra inputs, so it's fast, specifically for rapidly changing order books. Now let's take a look at limit mode. You can disable this order book mode like this. Click to turn it on or off. Settings. Now limit mode. Limit mode is when you click, I'll show you now, you click directly on the price in the order book, and this way limit orders to buy or sell are placed. Now let's move on to the limit order settings. Again, for what amount are we buying? At a fixed amount, or let's say at a fixed amount, or at a variable size. The same modal window opens where we simply enter the amount for each individual trade. These are all trades, every click. For example, with a $10 sale, it's the same. You can sell 100% of the position, 50% of the position, and so on. That is, you can buy with a single amount, say $100. And then if you see the price has jumped, you sell 50%. And then if it goes up again, you sell another 50%. And so on. Let's just do this for testing purposes now. So let's take 10, hopefully dollars, and immediately sell off the entire position, all of it at 100%. That's it, everything is saved. Scalping mode is turned on. Now these buttons here are the same as the market mode, and the limit mode is very simple. You just hover your mouse over this price, over the prices. At this moment, look, when I move the mouse away, you see the numbers are moving. That is, live real-time data with prices and so on are coming in. But when I hover over a number, the order book freezes at that moment. All of this is done specifically so you can calmly click on the price you need. Once you move the mouse away, the entire order book becomes active again. Let's say here, the green area highlights limit buy. So, at what specific price point do we actually want to buy? If we go ahead and click anywhere within the red zone, we will then buy at that exact price accordingly. The process is actually quite simple and straightforward to follow. Let's say we have decided that we want to buy the stock at exactly 20 cents. We just need to click the button right here. And that is all there is to it. We have successfully placed an order to buy 50 shares. So we've placed a limit order and it appears as a marker in the order book at the price of 20. It also shows up in the position orders tab. When we open it, there is no active position yet. There is only an active order at 20 cents for 50 shares, a limit buy. We wait. Once the bar finally gets completely filled up, you can then go ahead and simply click the button to sell your items. If I click to sell now, when I still don't have an active position, yes, I'm clicking, it's already highlighted, but there's nothing available to sell. Well, we don't have any shares, so there's nothing to sell. That's it. So that's basically the idea you need to understand. Right now, the order book just isn't active enough for everything to move instantly. So there are order books like that where the price moves back and forth instantly by tens of points. Just over a short period of time, simply by clicking back and forth in the order book. It's like scalping for crypto traders in the order book. You can very quickly rack up certain percentages and so on. Even if you turn off scalping mode, disable it, your position still remains, the position is still there. Or rather, sorry, not the position. The limit order is still hanging there waiting to be executed. It's the same here and so on. So, if you ever change your mind, you can easily cancel it using the exact same method as before. That is all there is to it. Just like that, you will see it has completely disappeared from this screen and from the other one as well. Alright then, let me go ahead and set it back a bit closer again, right at 21, so we can see how it looks. That's all. The limit order has been placed. See how quickly everything happens? On the pre-market, you won't be able to do things this fast. I just want to go a bit faster so the video doesn't drag on for you, and it's been executed. I've shown you all the different functions further on. Let us just cancel it again. Oh, by the way, let's do that. Let me place it and let it execute. Oh, for goodness sake, just jumped right again. Alright, let it execute for now, and in the meantime, I'll show you something. Here on this order book for setting take profits, stop losses, and so on. Let's just go ahead and make our purchase right here at this location, and let's take it at the current prevailing market price without waiting. For a quick example, let's buy this particular sharks item at the market for exactly $5, and then right away we will get everything set up and ready to go for our needs. We click take profit and stop loss right here. Take profit, stop loss. Oh, look, it's executed. Alright, now we have a position. We have 43.5 sharks. Well, that's fine. Let it hang for now. Let's continue with this. I'm buying sharks for $5 and will immediately set take profit and stop loss. Click here. A modal window opens and we set the take profit. So we're buying for $5 at the price of 77. Let's go ahead and set the take profit at the 80-cent mark. It immediately highlights 80, which represents 100%, meaning 100% of the position. This means that every single unit of the entire position that was originally bought will be automatically sold once the price reaches 80 cents. This is how much we'll earn, about 3.9%, and right away we'll set a stop loss. Like this, and we'll set the stop loss. Let's say if we're buying at 77, let's set the stop loss at 70. Right here it immediately highlights how much the loss will be in percentage terms if the stop loss is triggered. Our profit will be plus 3.9%, the stop loss is at 9.1%, the number of shares is 649, 100% of the position is covered, but of course, it's better not to do it this way. From a money management perspective, we should set the stop loss differently. The loss should be smaller and the profit should be bigger, but right now we're just doing this for the sake of the experiment. So let's click everything, save changes. So, we've added the basic settings at 90, we're selling 100% of the position and earning plus 0.84 at 70. We will set a stop loss for the same 100% of the position, losing 0.45. Now let's click place order and see what happens. A position has appeared here. We had 51 shares executed. We bought at the average price now. Oh, sorry, the data is still loading. 6.5 shares. We bought at that price and this position has now appeared here for us. One second. The connection dropped for a moment, but let's continue. So we opened a position, bought an additional 6.6 shares at market price with an average of 76. When placing the order, we immediately set a take profit at 90 and a stop loss at 70. Right away, this position appeared in the order book and immediately two markers showed up in the order book as well. Stop loss at 70 for 6.6 shares. Stop loss at 70 for 6.6 shares, which is 100% of the position. And take profit at 90 for the same 100% of the position. You can see all of this appeared as these markers. All these markers are actually limit orders. And if we open here in the positions tab, this is the position that was executed earlier, right? And this position of ours, we didn't make it in time. It's already closed. I didn't have time to show you. Did the stop loss trigger? The stop loss triggered. At 70, yes. Apparently the order book dipped. Now it's at 72. It already bounced back a bit. The order book recovered. You saw it, right? There was a position just now and then it disappeared. Wait a minute, let's check again once more just to be sure. Are you absolutely certain that these are actually your sharks? in my portfolio in the bush. Yes, here it is. We had sharks. Yes, here it is in my portfolio. The position is already closed with a $5 gain. We bought it. Look what happened. We click here, we bought for $5 at 0.77. A take profit was set at 0.90 and a stop loss was set at 0.70. Both the take profit and stop loss are limit orders. They sell at their respective prices when the price reaches the corresponding levels. That's it. The stop loss was triggered here. Here, as they say, the stop loss was triggered in real time. Here it says stop loss. The time was confirmed at 0.7. Look here, how interesting it is. The price dipped in the order book. See? The target price is 0.7. That's what we had set. The price in the order book dipped to 0.7. Our algorithm worked when the price in the order book hit 0.7 and gave the command to sell. A limit sell order was placed at 0.7, but the price went back up. At that moment, there was a delay. It takes some time from the moment the algorithm gives the command to place a limit sell order at 0.7. At that moment, the price dipped and the order was executed at a better price of 0.76. This is slippage, but in the opposite direction. So to sum up, we bought at 544.93, sold with a stop loss. The panel showed minus 0.07. You get it, right? The order book can suddenly crash down just as it reaches the target. A command is sent to place a limit order at 0.7. But if the order book keeps moving further at that moment, then while the stop loss and limit order are being placed, the price may drop even lower and the order will be executed not at 0.7 but a bit lower. This is called slippage. Why does this happen? I'll explain it very simply. This doesn't happen with a take profit because when you already have a position made up of a certain number of shares, as soon as you set a take profit, a limit sell order is immediately placed at the specified price. That's because you already have a position for the take profit. We can't immediately place a limit sell order at the stop loss price. Why? Because that's how the blockchain works. If the current price in the order book is 0.5 and you place a limit order to sell at a price of 0.3, then this limit order will be executed immediately at the best available price, which is 0.5. That's why the mechanics of placing a stop loss order are such that when you set a stop loss, what actually happens is it exists only with us here in our database, in our terminal. And a specific algorithm simply monitors it. It watches the order book, and as soon as the price in the order book actually drops to the set price, the stop loss price, that's the moment when a limit order is actually placed on Polymarket to sell at the stop loss price. You get it, right? Because you can't set a stop loss as a real order in advance. It would be executed immediately at that price, even at the moment when you're just setting it. But you can set a take profit because the price is higher. That's the whole point, which is why with stop losses there will always be some slippage, either up or down. So let's do it one more time to make it clearer. Let's do the same thing. Let's buy now for $10. We'll also place a market order, and now let's set a stop. Here, their stop loss is 90. Let's set it to enter the amount of 50. Then simply click on the place order button to finish. So guys, we're having some connection issues here. Everything keeps cutting out, but let's continue. It's clear, right? These stop loss and take profit panels appear right here. They show up right here in the order book as the same kind of limit orders. Let's deal with this position, the one we bought, this asset and support. Yes, remember, we set it up in scalping mode. It was executed right here, it appeared. So we can set the same thing for this position. Also take profit and stop loss. You can see that this specific position is already showing a solid profit. So let's go ahead and set a take profit order to lock those gains in. Currently the market price is sitting right at 30.5. So let's set our take profit level at exactly 35. Let's set the stop at 10. That's it. As you can clearly see, two distinct active orders have now appeared. We click on them right now and you'll notice we have two separate orders for this exact same market. This specific outcome on Inner Cycle and Sport at 23 cents was successfully bought at 43.5, resulting in 45.5 total shares. We set the take profit from 23 cents to 35 cents. So from $10, we get $15 plus 5.22, or a stop. That represents a loss of 23 cents on approximately $10. About the highway, 435 minus 565, everything is clear. We open the order, the book, directly the order, the books. We now have these two tabs. Take profit at 35 cents and stop loss at 10. You can also deactivate these orders the same way. Simply click right here on this button and it will cancel. When the order book finally comes through to us, you have the option to cancel it, and that is all there is to it. As you can see on the screen now, we have only one single order left. We click it and now we are left with only one stop loss order remaining. Let's see, we can take this position. It is potentially 23 cents. We took 33 just now. Alright, let's go ahead and set a firm stop loss for this position, right at the $20 mark. We'll set the stop loss at 20 and leave it until the resolution, just in case it brings you a good profit. The stop loss is only at $1.30. That's it, an active order has appeared. From $10, you'll have $8.70 if the stop loss is triggered. A stop loss at $20 has appeared in the order book. Let's leave it. What if this position goes up? Make money. So, that's basically it. I think it's clear. You can also place orders in the usual way. Here, in the order placement blocks, everything is simple. You select the amount by market and that's it, or you choose the outcome, or with a limit order, you specify the price and amount. Here we specify take profit and stop loss. That's it for take profit and stop loss. What we are looking at right here is the specific number of times that the price needs to actually touch or successfully hit our price in order for the stop to trigger. Stop loss, got it? That's it. So regarding scalping, I think that's all clear as well. If not, let me show you again. Let's take a look at another market. I really want to find a market where the order book is jumping a lot. Let's take this one. Crypto, the crypto market, 5 minutes. Right there, the price increases quite a bit. Here, everything is pretty much already decided, predetermined. The order books are all at 99 everywhere. Alright, we'll come back to this a bit later. Right now, let me demonstrate exactly how this works for you. Let me show you how to trade the spread. Let's take a market. Here we also have a live large order book. Prices are jumping. The spread is showing up. Excellent. Let me show you how to trade the spread. Let's have two order books. Click here for settings. What is a spread? This is the specialized spread trading mode. This is when, by simply performing a single click on this specific button, you can instantly execute your buy order. You see here the spread is say 5 cents, 10 cents. This happens very often. Then with one click on this button, you place a limit order to buy at the best bid. That is, at this price, and immediately after this order is executed, after buying at this price, a limit order to sell at the best ask is instantly and automatically placed. At this price accordingly, if your spread is 10, you will be buying at 44 and selling at 54. This is one way to quickly trade the spread. The second option is when, look, you have a best bid purchase at 44, buying, for example, this outcome, yes, the Rangers. So, that's it, you've made this purchase. Now you need to sell this position at the best ask, this position. But this best ask sell position for the Rangers is equivalent to buying this best bid of another outcome, the Submarine. Accordingly, in spread mode, by clicking one button, two quick limit purchases are made at once. So you buy one outcome at the best bid, and at the same time you buy the second outcome at the best bid as well. So if your spread is large, you'll be buying one leg, let's say, at 47, and your spread is 10. And you'll be buying the second leg not at 53 or 47, but at 53 plus the units. So with the spread of 10, you'll be buying at 43. As a result, you'll end up buying two outcomes for a total of 0.9, while your result will always be 1. You end up with a risk-free position. No matter who wins, you'll receive one. I can show you how this looks right now. Let's go into my portfolio again. I haven't done much here because this is just this particular wallet. It was opened literally 2 hours ago. And all these portfolios and so on, they're all linked to a specific wallet. If you change the wallet here, then all the trades and the entire trade history will be different. Let's open my positions. Here is my portfolio. These are closed positions, and these are still active positions. This is our market. Let's switch to this market. On this market I bought, and on this market I also bought, and in spread mode. Look at what I did. This market has already ended, but I bought two outcomes, two legs, one leg, two legs. I bought them with a single click setting for $10. One click for $10, a second click for another $10. I had it set up so that when I clicked once for $10, we would buy. Half of the money is spent on one leg and half of the money is spent on the other leg. I look visually and see a spread of 5. I click on the spread button. A certain number of shares are bought on one side and exactly the same number of shares are bought for me. On the other side, so for example, 62 shares on one side and 62 shares on the other, I clicked 6 times. Well, it probably took a maximum of 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I saw 6 different spreads. I clicked 6 times, and in the end, I bought one side. 62 shares. Here you can see how I was buying, see? The first time I clicked, I bought at 0.8. Then 0.8, 0.62, 0.66, 0.54. So I bought 6 times. And it turns out that I bought up this side, this leg. 62 shares at an average price of 62.4, and I bought the other side. The same 62 shares at 34.4. If we add this up, 62.4 and 34.4, we get a total of $96,896.08, which means we have exactly 3.2% pure profit, completely risk-free. So no matter which side wins the bet, I will always end up taking home and receiving $62 in total. And I originally spent my own money on this. I spent on this, let me tell you now, $6,196. So I will get $62, and I spent $3,864 plus $2,133. Well, the outcome is already clear. Look, this leg lost, so in the end, yes, we lose this entire amount. Minus $38.58, we lose. But at the same time, the other side won, earning 40.57. 40.57 minus 38.58, so that's $2 net profit. That's 3.8% net from these two legs. I think that's clear, right? So What's the point? The point is that your average price amount, this average, this one right here, should add up to less than 1. Then you'll make a profit no matter which side wins. That's why, let's go back. Let me show you how this is done now. Let's return to a new active market in practice, the one that's happening right now. Here it is, the market is moving, and we see the spread is from 3 to 5. You see the spreads jumping here. Let's click, let me show you the code, how buy to lax works. This is one mode, and buy sell is the first mode where we buy at the best bid and immediately sell at the best ask. We earn the spread, and here we buy both legs, both at the best bid. We buy the first leg at the best bid. Alternatively, you can always specify best bid plus a tick, that is, add some slippage in order to be at the very front of the order book. Usually, I set the best bid for the second leg as well, also at the best bid. For what size? For $10. Now everything is already activated for us, so we are conditionally observing. We see how this spread works. We clicked on the spread. Both orders are placed, and now we are waiting for them to be filled. One has been filled. There is always a chance that the market will move in one direction. Naturally, one of your orders will be filled and the other will not. At this moment, you can see that one order has been filled and the other is still pending. So, we can see that we already have one open position. We bought this side at 39.10 and 3 shares. And the second order is still pending for now. Now this position has appeared for us. So we bought it at 39. Now this one is about to be filled. This one has also been filled now. Looking at the field at 58 up to 58, as of right now, we have two distinct positions. We have 10 shares and 3 shares at 39, and the calculated average for these is 10 and 3 shares. The price will update now. Here too, the current market price has just updated to 58. So we've successfully made a completely risk-free trade, ni 39 plus 58. If we look at the math, that's 97, right? 97. So as you can see, we have already successfully managed to make a 3% net profit. We had a significant price spread of 3 cents, and we successfully captured all that market demand. That's it. So now we can keep watching, just sit and observe. Sometimes the spreads here can be 5 or even 10. Click, take it, click, take it. So each time the position will grow, both positions will keep increasing, and the average price will be recalculated many times. While it might seem like it is not a particularly large amount, securing a 3% profit margin from a single trade that, for the sake of this example, will reasonably be closed within just 1 hour is actually quite a strong result. Here we're just talking about pennies, but no one is stopping you from doing more. Just imagine, for example, if this position is built up to $1,000. Then what if it's $10,000, even with $1,000? 3% is already $30. The most important thing, this is a win-win option, no risk, and here there really are no risks at all. Here you already have your 3% in net profit. Everything is in place, so you can close out and move on to your own business. You can just leave it in Spriter mode and forget about it, or keep watching if you want. Sprite 7. We press, boom. There are 2 different orders here. Let's take a closer look at them. No, not that specific one. And definitely not that other one, because it simply hasn't been completely fulfilled just yet. It can be cancelled. 1, 2. Well, the meaning is clear, right? I won't spend much time on this right now. That's it, the positions are there. You can even see it here. Here it's minus 44 and here it's plus 1.75. They're already 3.30 cents pure profit. In any case, no matter how this disposition changes right now and so on, that's how it is for us. I showed you a spread when we take both legs up to without beta terms. Let me show you a spread when we just buy and sell. That is, we buy and sell at best bid. Let's also do it for a fixed amount of 10. And we sell 100% also at best ask. Everyone clicked. Alright, I think it's best if we don't wait around right now. We buy at 55. That is, everyone clicked. It was executed, and after it was executed, now an order will appear here. The sell order has appeared. Notice this is for the exact volume, not the entire volume from this position, but specifically the volume that we bought. There was only one spread. Yes, we bought. I clicked the button, it was hidden. I bought at the best bid, that's 55. And when the limit order to buy at 55 was executed, a limit order to sell at 56 was placed according to the spread. Plus the spread. If the spread was as big as plus 10, then a limit order to sell would have been placed. So with the spread, how big would it be for you? So right now, the limit order is just hanging there, but it will get picked up and executed. Right now, at this very moment, the position is just a bit heavily skewed because we recently purchased a lot more. Everything was executed. It dipped here. Here's the sell fill. That's it. The sale happened. There, the order is gone. The position is still 2 left. These are our first 2 positions. Now the number of shares will update here. No. You see how bad it is in the settings. In the settings, we had it set by spread. Look, we had sales, everything, the entire 100% of the position. And it successfully liquidated our entire initial position that we took earlier today. So now we currently only have the other remaining position left in our account. Let's sell that one too. At market price. Just a second. This is our position, so there's no imbalance. We got rid of all positions. You understand, right? At first we bought in the first mode a spread with 2 legs. We had a position, then we bought more. This leg was purchased, and the position increased on this leg. Then we sold. Then at the moment of sale, the sale actually happened because in the settings it was specified as 100%. So not only the part that we bought during the last purchase was sold. It was the sale of the entire position, everything we had at all. So let's look at the terminal and see what we ended up with. As a result, with these 2 positions, let's sort, here are these 2 positions. But in any case, we are definitely in a solid profit position now. We had one specific leg of the straddle remaining, and in the end, we managed to sell it at 14 for a total of $16.41. Plus an additional $240 on top of that. We sold the second leg at a loss, minus 175. So overall, we're up by 65 cents. That's it. I think the idea is clear here. I'm just showing you, using small numbers as an example, how all this can work. So we have a stop loss set on this position. Now, which position is this? The one we bought, right? We bought it on another market. Look, we have a position. We set the stop loss at 20 for the straddle bought at 23. The price is already 48.5. We bought 10 contracts at $43 each. We have a profit now, so I think we can just leave it as is. Maybe we'll take this profit. Although, let me show you something interesting. Here we have a stop loss right here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add a take profit as well, just for the sake of interest. Now we have two active orders. The stop loss was set at 20 and we've added a take profit at 90. A take profit order at 90 has appeared in our order book and we now have a limit sell order. The stop loss remains in place. Let's say we don't want to wait for anything. We're satisfied with the current price and we want to close right now at market price. No problem. We close the position and click sell. The entire form is filled out, the whole amount, all 43 shares. We click sell at market and at this moment both of these orders will be automatically cancelled and the take profit will be 100% automatically cancelled. Let's take a look. Here they are in the order book. We click place order. The entire position is sold, all take profit and stop loss orders are cancelled and all position orders have disappeared. We open the terminal, his portfolio, and look at open and close positions. Diana, do we have it? Here it is, it just appeared. That's it. Is that it or not? No, that's not it. That's what we sold. What did we sell? Esport, right? And here it finally appeared. We earned a total of $9, I hope. We bought at the price of 19 and then we sold at the age of 23. The item was eventually purchased at 44 at the current market price and we sold it. Well, that's it basically. I've shown everything in detail here, how it works, how to set it up and how to set profits, how to set stop losses and how you can quickly trade the spread, how you can scalp, trade at market or scalp by adding to the order book. Here the order book is jumping again. What do we have here for $10? Let's buy at 40. Everything went through. Placing a limit order at 40. You see how fast everything happens, all the limit orders, how quickly everything is placed and executed. All right, that's it, we canceled it. It also makes sense to understand that if you click here, you can trade and scalp in this order book. Or if it's for one order book, then you just switch each outcome to its own mode for that book. So well, that pretty much covers everything you need to know about placing your orders on the various financial markets. Here, if it's convenient for you, you can change it like this. Chart size and so on. Next, let's quickly go through the buttons. PM. This is for opening this market on the Polymarket platform. Here we have this market opened on Polymarket and this is how we open it. This market is in the A section and market prediction. That's what we have here. Deep market analysis opens this market for us in the deep market analysis section. So comments, info, I showed all of that. Now regarding the personal account, let's open view profile. Here in the profile we can see our active positions that we currently have. Active ones, these two here, well, they're already finished since they're just waiting now. They're waiting for resolution, waiting for market confirmation, and then when the market confirmation comes, they'll automatically move from here to closed positions. Next, our tariff plan, what's available, all our wallets that are open. Here I have 3 wallets open, 1 wallet. Oh no, these aren't all the wallets. This is the active wallet that's used for manual trading. Let me go ahead and show you in much more detail now. These are the specific Kubi bots that are actively running in the market right now. Here is one individual Kubi bot. If we take a look at its performance chart, you can see it is currently at a loss of $613. Meanwhile, these other 2 Kubi bots are performing better, sitting at a profit of $1,180 and $1,213 respectively. This is the general summary information. Moving on, here's the main section. This is your entire trade history, your whole portfolio. Everything just like I showed you earlier on the My Portfolio tab. It opens for each market, so you don't have to jump back and forth from a specific market to the portfolio. You can open everything right here or separately in your personal account. Here are your active positions. Look, you can immediately set a stop loss or close this position. This link opens it on Polymarket, and this link opens it in our terminal. Here, the market opens, though it's already closed. And here are our 2 positions. The market is already closed, but the positions are still listed as active because the results for this market come in after some time. Then, in automatic mode, they will move to closed positions. So, here are all the closed positions. Everything is the same. How much you bought, how much you sold. If you sold, if you didn't sell, it will show what the result was. This is how much we have here. Commission, who is the winner? Well, here it's all miscellaneous because we sold everything. The panel shows the status. If we click on each specific one, we get a direct overall summary panel, all purchases, all sales. If there were partial sales or no sales, then it shows how much was still received, what the result was, and so on everywhere. Here, for example, there were a lot of purchases. Sales, one here, and here's a purchase by limit order, sales by market order. Everything is laid out in such detail, it's great. But on the same Polymarket, in its interface, there's nothing like this, where you can open a specific market and clearly see how everything is brought together, all the trades, purchases and sales, so that everything is clearly understandable, instead of having to search and piece things together to figure out what's what. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Well, this is when you click the button to save to favorites. Here are all the markets you've saved to favorites. So these are the bots. What bots are currently running for us? At the moment I have how many running? 3 bots. One bot is showing minus 613. Actually, this bot is at minus $113, not minus 600. That's because I did it manually. I made a $500 trade from the same wallet, and it turned out to be unprofitable. But in the end, since the bot just calculates based on the wallet, it shows a total loss of 613. The second bot, here it is, it's only just been opened now. That's why there's no chart panel, it's only been connected today. And the third bot, which I've already shown, already has 1,213 on the panel. Next, here are all the wallets. You can open as many wallets as you want. For example, you can create another one here. Just click here to create a new wallet. A unique security verification code is currently being sent directly to the email address you provided earlier. Once you receive it, please carefully enter each digit of this verification code into the required field below. Please wait just a brief moment while we process your request and verify the information you have submitted. No, that's not it. Oh wait, everything's fine. Here, another wallet has been created and it immediately became active. You see, The useful main trading is at 0. It's a new wallet. The entire interface instantly switched to this wallet. As a matter of fact, if I were to open my investment portfolio right now, you won't see any active trading positions whatsoever, neither open nor closed. Why is that? Because all trading, here it is, for main trading, the new wallet. All trading is tied to a specific wallet. So for example, if I decided to use this digital wallet and conducted trades, then all of my transactions are recorded and saved. This applies exclusively to that one particular wallet. Alright, moving on. Tariff plan, contact with the administration, but that's for influencers. Okay, let's go over the wallets. I'll show you about the wallets. So now about wallets, let's say you've added another wallet to the interface. How do you top it up? Click the deposit button, copy the address from any exchange or exchanger from anywhere, wherever you want, from your personal cold or hot wallet, the token. And here it's on the Polygon network. Send it to this address. This is the address specifically of the Polymarket contract itself. You send it, the funds arrive, and they appear here. They'll be displayed for you. How do you access these funds and so on? You click right here on export key. So look, this address here is the address of the Polymarket contract itself, to which you send the funds directly. And this address here is the address of the Privy wallet. The Privy wallet is the primary signer. It, acting as the main authority, signs every single transaction and all individual orders on behalf of this wallet. Do you have access to this Privy wallet right here? To do this, you click export key. A highly secure and official modal window from Privy itself will then appear on your screen, showing this Privy wallet address. And you click copy key, that is, you copy the private key. It's important to note that neither we nor anyone else has access to this modal window. We do not store any of your private keys. In other words, it's impossible. No way, not programmatically, not at all. That's it, you've copied this key. Once again, this address ends with EC6D. Next, you open MetaMask and click Add Wallet. Import invoice using a private key, that is, you import it. You paste this private key copied from the clipboard and click import. That's it, here it is, it has appeared for you. This account IAE T60 has been imported. Let's open it. Here it is. Here it is, this is your private wallet. That's all. At this point, after you've deposited money, these funds are sitting in your Polymarket wallet. Once you successfully import this specific wallet, which is the signer wallet, into your MetaMask extension, you will notice that it will still unfortunately show a zero balance for the time being. They won't have any money in it. So how do you access the funds? Now let's go to Polymarket itself. Go to Polymarket and click Login. Next, log into your account using your MetaMask wallet. You've already imported the private key into your MetaMask wallet. A modal window like this will pop up. Remember, we imported the private key, and for the import it was account 6, so we selected it. It should be open here for you, and when it's open in MetaMask, that's it, you're all set. In this modal window, we connect. That's it, we've entered the market field. It immediately prompts us to enter a username because in the market field, the wallet itself is already created. The wallet itself is already created. You can already trade. You could have even deposited money into it. But on the market field itself, we are just now opening it for the very first time. If we enter some username and agree, you can simply do everything definitely later. That's it. Now if we go over here, look, here is the address of the Polymarket wallet itself. It ends with EC37. See, let's go back here. And here we have EC37. So when you deposit money through this deposit option, here it is, EC37. When you transfer money to this address, it is automatically credited to your account and will appear right here. And accordingly, as a terminal, we also simply display it. Here in Portfolio Cash, we show the same thing. That's it, and you can start trading. When you want to withdraw money, you can either go directly to Polymarket itself and click here on Withdraw Funds to wherever you need, right from Polymarket. Right here, the Withdrawal Funds button is clearly available. Wait a second, what exactly is happening here? It looks like we are definitely having some kind of unexpected technical issue at this moment. Here the withdraw button will be available. When you have funds, you can withdraw from Polymarket to wherever you want, or you can withdraw directly from our terminal. But since our terminal doesn't have access to your private key and we don't need it anyway, you can only withdraw to this main wallet of yours, the one that's already displayed in MetaMask. Here AEC6D, here AEC6D, so you click withdraw. And here it says that the recipient can only be this one, AEC6D, only this one. And you choose the amount, and that's it, you're good to go and you withdraw. At this moment, the money from this address, which is the Polymarket address, is debited and credited to your MetaMask. The funds are credited here to this address, and they are now available to you in MetaMask, and after that you can do whatever you want with them. So probably only in our terminal is it done this way. A proper, truly honest wallet protection where neither we as the terminal nor anyone else except you has access to your wallet, because only you can export the private key. You have access to your Polymarket account itself, so all the transactions you make here with this wallet will also be displayed here in Polymarket itself, in the history and so on. Well, I think I've already gone over all the necessary information for you here in very thorough and enough detail. So what do we have left? If we've covered everything about wallets and the terminal, the main things left are the main sections, copy bots, wallet analysis, and the signal bot. This is our section for wallet analysis, for finding insiders and so on. This is our section for searching for wallets themselves. This is the section for market analysis. This also includes market predictions. We'll probably discuss this in the next videos because this one is already getting way too long. That's all for today, I think. That's it. Use it, trade through our terminal. It is completely free and commission free, so that is all for today. Goodbye, everyone. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments below, and we will try our best to answer everything. Goodbye, everyone.